90, the breakdown. Let me do that again because I didn't have Twitter Spaces on. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon, and give me. Okay, try this again. What's going on, everybody? The breakdown, episode 90, sponsored by Unstoppable Domains, Expector, powered by Gokhshtein Media. We are back at it again.
No sleep for the
My
wicked.
name's David Gock. Shh.
Don't shush
My
me.
name's David. My name is David Gokhshtein. That's Akil Patterson, who woke up on his couch again. Why? Why the hell are you sleeping on the couch, bro?
I'm not sleeping on the couch.
What are you
Office
taking?
is
Edible? What are
Office
you
is getting
taking?
redone.
Edibles?
Huh?
You taking edibles and then just passing out on the couch?
No, I take edibles and I go to sleep in bed. I'm an old pro, man. I actually go to my bed, but no, the office is getting redone, so gotta sleep somewhere.
Listen, shout out to. I want to say shout out to everybody who came out yesterday. We had like an enormous turnout. We will be hosting spaces every day. Um, we have it scheduled. So I want to go through this real quick before we start the show. Um, we have spaces scheduled every single day at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know how long they're going to go. I really don't know how long they're going to go. But if you want to go ahead and invite people to come in, right now, Gokhshtein Media, the Gokhshtein Media official verified account, has the official account has the scheduled spaces for today. So if you like, you can go ahead and retweet that and let your friends know about it because G Media is going to be on the ground right now reporting accurate information as we move forward. And I ain't going to be first, but we're going to report accurate information. And we have people coming on the show today. Just want to let you guys know we have people coming on the show today. I was on the phone last night talking to a bunch of people. They're excited. And they said, David, you finally went ahead and opened up the G Media account for people to come in and tune into and go ahead and catch some sort of vibe. I said, yes. Yes. Also, on the 23rd, we have a webinar. I'll be hosting it. It's Marketing 101, sponsored by Gokhshtein Media. Only 100 seats. Go onto the Gokhshtein Media account. Get your seat. For those looking to go ahead and understand how marketing really works, I'm going to be breaking it down. This is pretty good for people that are working for protocols and that are trying to, or running a business that are trying to understand what is real marketing, what is real branding. And I'm going to be doing that for free. It's a free ticket. Honestly, if a Lamborghini was free, nobody would touch it. Just saying. But go cop your tickets. If you know somebody, let them know as well. All right. This is the breakdown, episode 90. We're 10 episodes away from 100. Who would have thought? As this started off as a pilot, and it grew into this with a good and funny and vibrant community that has supported me and Akil. So shout outs to all you guys for tuning in this early in the morning to hear
Wouldn't
us.
it be Akil and I, just phonetically speak, just in like? I'm sorry, David. My bad.
Nobody cares for you. Anyway, I'm carrying us here. Anyway, I'm messing with you. I'm messing around. But
Carry these nuts.
you can get these nuts on your forehead. Anyway, listen. So yeah, basically, we want to give a shout out to the entire community. Thank you for the support. So we're back at it. Listen, we were on until like I don't know what time. We
It was
closed
like,
off the spaces on Gokhshtein. I took over. I literally have the keys to Gokhshtein Media's account now. It is a dangerous thing that they gave me the keys. It is dangerous because I am going to do whatever I want. You already know that. And you know what happens when I want to do whatever I want? The entire team goes nuts. The entire team goes nuts. Everybody starts complaining. Well, I don't care. How about that? You know that, Akil, you know everybody starts complaining when I'm on the account.
I
Oh
mean, it is
no.
what it is.
Don't do it. Yesterday I wrote out Karen for those that didn't get it. The word of the day was Karen. You can find it on Gokhshtein Media's official account. The word was Karen, which I think represents Akil because he's nothing more than a Karen. Yes, Karen.
I'm a Karen. Okay. All right. All right, Chad. If I'm Karen, you're Chad.
So,
Look at it. See, look, he tried to flex too. He had to flex to go.
what?
So
No, I don't flex. This is natural. Anyway, I'm not going to start with you here. But so we're still on the SBF and FTX saga. This is going. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a Netflix series. I'm not. This is not going to just be like a documentary. This is going to be a series. Because with the amount of stuff that's coming out, this is a series. This is not. This is not a documentary. You know, a 2-hour document. No, no, no. This is a Game of Thrones series. That's what it
oh
is.
wow. Who's gonna play CZ? Is it gonna be the guy that doctor guy that was in Community? He was also in The Hangover. What's his name? He
I
does The
think
Masked Singer.
the person that plays CZ will be that guy that starred in that Marvel movie. That new one.
Yeah, yeah. What's his? Oh no, we'll figure it out later. But yeah, who plays you and I? Because we're the only ones reporting it.
Well, I'm Jon Snow. If we're doing Game of Thrones, I'm Jon Snow. If we're doing Marvel, I'm Captain America. Actually, no, no, I'm not Captain America. I'm probably Tony Stark. I'm Iron Man.
You ain't. Tony Stark was a billionaire.
Okay, so like we can go ahead and make an adjustment.
Okay. So we got to make an adjustment. Just a little one. It's like, okay. Just a little one. All right. Sure. Okay. But I mean, if it was a television series, who would play you? If there was like a series, right? They're coming out with this series, and they've got to have accurate representation. And the people who are reporting this first were you and I when it broke. Who would play you?
I don't know.
You
I
don't
don't know.
know.
By the way, I'm just sending out the YouTube link to everybody. But I don't know who would play me.
Okay.
I don't know. It's hard to find somebody to play me.
Yes.
You got to find somebody who's actually good looking. That's number one.
Hey, everybody! I want you to Google Hebrew Hammer. It was a movie.
You know, shut up.
Google it. Just
Shut up.
Google it. I'm just saying. Google it. Tell me what you think. I'm just saying. All right. You see the
You look
movie?
like the janitor. You look like the janitor from Rudy.
Yo, yeah, that was Rock. That was Rock. I think he
Akil
passed away.
Patterson looks like the janitor from Rudy.
That was the guy.
That's
That was
right.
Rock. You know, he had the dude who was the janitor from Rudy had actually been in prison and ended up going to Yale. Oh my God, he went to Yale. Ugh, this is terrible. Ended
Shout
up
out
getting
to
out of
Yale.
prison, going to Yale.
Somebody said that Ben Affleck would play me. I think he could come close. He could come close. I'm just saying he could.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck could come close. Listen, I'm just saying. Anyway,
A lot of people are saying a lot of different things, and that's not one of them that they're saying.
so let's get. Listen, whatever. Yo, let's get this. let's get this going. So I want to say one thing about Sam. In terms of political donations, because we have to dive deeper. We can't have our bias, right? If we're going to report on these stories, we've got to report them accurately. Sam donated to both parties. Okay? He didn't just donate to the Democrats, he also donated to the Republican Party. You have to. So listen to why he did both, okay? He could be a Democrat. He sat there with Clinton. I get it. But he donated to both because it's a power move. Because you have both sides. Okay? It doesn't mean you don't have to be a Republican. But if you donate to both, now you have both sides of the table, okay, supporting whatever you're trying to do. And in his case, they were all supporting FTX and his platform and his agenda. Okay? He had people, let's call it for what it is, he had people in his pocket.
Bingo.
Okay? So you guys going out there and talking about, oh, no, it's just Democrats. You guys got to listen, I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. You got to take off the blinders and you got to call it for what it is. This is how we get to the truth. We can't make up stuff and make it fact. So this is one of the times that me and Akil agree on anything, okay? And is on this. Like, both sides receive money. Did the Democrats happen to receive more? Was Sam one of the basically the second biggest donor to Biden's campaign? Yes,
absolutely.
True.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean he didn't donate to the Republican Party either.
The Republican Party has a lot bigger donors.
But there are documents. There are documents that do state Trump lose.
Yeah.
And that is fact. Trump lose. And
but they knows? were so David, this is where I try to excuse me, I try to educate everyone. There's a difference between what the political PACs do. Some of them actually fund candidates who simply are going in their most vested interest. Here's why the Democrats needed to get more money. The Democrats were the party talking about Bitcoin bad for the environment. They were not into blockchain technology. They weren't as forward thinking. So the Democrats needed more money and resources because that was the party of Elizabeth Warren, who has clearly stated that she was not in favor of Bitcoin or blockchain technology, really. But you notice she got silent. She got silent as well because guess what? When Big Daddy Warbucks comes in the room and starts throwing out cash, and then somebody looks over at you and says, "You were saying what, Madam Senator?" And she just probably put her head down and said nothing. So this is how politics work. At a certain point, your party looks at you and says, "Hey, these guys are our friends. Can you not make as much noise?" It took more money. Republicans, it didn't take as much money. I mean, most of them are sometimes questionable in mindset. But, and so are the Democrats, but I'm not saying, but the difference between a Democrat and a Republican is Democrats are trying to give away health care and free shit. A lot of Republicans are just fucking denying that elections happen. They're two different things. So at the end of the day, the Democrats needed more money to be convinced, while Republicans did not. Life happens.
This just in from Delta One. FTX's Bahamas liquidators reject the validation of crypto exchange's U.S. bankruptcy. Oh my God, did I freeze up? This sucks.
No, you're fine.
I'm just gonna have to go. No, I froze up on my teleprop. It's okay. It's fine. I'm gonna have to just I'll truck it through. Yeah, that's big news. So the Bahamas is like, yo, we don't care if you went ahead and filed bankruptcy in the United States of America. That holds no weight. Absolutely no weight. And by the way, quick, because I guess I'm getting DMs and all this stuff, and I see people in Twitter Spaces. Again, we do YouTube live. That's primarily where we are. We do Twitter Spaces just to go and allow people to hear us speak because maybe some can't tune into YouTube live. You're working out, hopefully, and you just your phone can't do it. If you want to talk here, you got to have a mic and you got to have a camera. You're more happy to come onto the show for a minute or two to go ahead and express your thoughts on the current situation. But yo, this is a big thing because if FTX, if the Bahamas is rejecting it, yo, this is becoming. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a documentary. This is a series. This is an. This is like I'm talking about. I can see this turning into like Grey's Anatomy, like going like 30 seasons or something. This is where we're going.
No,
By the way,
we're
before we continue on Sam and FTX, when Fox Business News had Natalie Nelly on, and they had that graphic come up with XRP on, or excuse me, SEC and Ripple settlement coming, that was not an that was not an accident, and this is not another conspiracy theory either. It takes time to make a graphic like that. It's not just you type it in and you put it out there. No, no, no. It takes time to put a graphic out there like that.
mm, hmm.
I think I got to restart YouTube.
What, YouTube's glitching out?
It's glitching. I'll be right
Well,
back.
while David sits there and does something else, I think we're glitching on YouTube. So, it's just all by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself. Oh, well, David's not here, so I'll do what I'll do best. I'll fornicate. No, commiserate. Where did he go? You can't do this to me, man. This was more on him. Rock power. Akil's desire. What? All right, folks. Well, while David figures out what's going on over there, I will continue to go through what we've been through the last several days. Sam Brinkman Fried from FTX has filed bankruptcy, still in the Bahamas while we film this movie. He trolls us consistently on his phone. The weird part is that as of yesterday, everyone kept saying, "Oh my goodness, this is a Democratic conspiracy." But as David and I just broke down for you, they gave to both parties, and unfortunately, the Democrats don't have as bigger donors as the Republicans. They just don't. Sam Brinkman-Fried was Joe Biden's second largest contributor, not the Democratic Party's second largest contributor. Did not go. They also gave money to different PACs. They gave money to individual candidates in the Republican Party as well as the Democratic. Moving back over, then recently we've heard that the United States government will launch a pilot program that's came out yesterday. They'll launch a pilot program while they believe that blockchain technology needs to be regulated. And both the CFTC and the SEC are now all involved in the ongoing investigation into FTX. Why is all this important? Because you need to stop being lied to. Stop listening to some dumb fucks talk about their own problems. And also, when they talk about the mainstream medium controls this, who controls the mainstream media? The same billionaires you all suck up to. Like, it's not very hard. Sinclair Media runs across the United States. It's got multiple local affiliates. It's really out of Baltimore. The grandson, Alex Smith, makes great food. He's a restaurateur. So Sinclair Media, like this is what we got, guys. Most media groups look into their backgrounds. You'll find out. What's up, DG? You back?
I don't know. Am I back?
Yeah.
Am I shaky?
Mm-hmm. You sounded fine to me. It was the audience who said you did not.
The audience said I'm off. I was off.
Mm-hmm.
Screw them. Um, I don't know if you heard what I was saying though. I was saying that Michael Saylor just came on stating that he knew there was a problem. Well, if you knew there was a problem, why didn't you say anything? He wasn't saying anything about FTX. Find me something about him saying something about FTX. Go ahead. I want somebody to find me something about him saying something about FTX. He won't. You know why? Because he doesn't have it.
Mm.
He
Yes, and for
hasn't.
anybody,
He doesn't have anything on FTX. He has nothing on him. So everybody who says anything about that is full of shit.
mm-hmm.
Engagement farming. That's it.
Bingo.
I didn't even say anything. There was. I did not make it very clear. I didn't say nothing. The only thing I said was I don't trust Sam after the bill came out, or after the draft of the bill came out, stating that he wanted the bit license to be all across the United States of America. That's when I started to dislike his approach, and I was questioning, like, what are you doing in this space? And then after the interview with Eric Voorhees, where he couldn't answer a question, that's when everything started to get suspect for me. But I still wasn't getting suspect about FTX. Nobody was. That's the problem. Maybe 2 or 3 people. But even those 2 to 3 people, they were just questioning. Nobody had concrete evidence. Now everybody and their mother knows.
That's what happens when shit can go off chain.
But if everybody knew, why didn't nobody? Are the people that knew, are would you consider them as guilty as Sam right now? And I keep saying Katrina, but what's her name? I'm so tired. What's her name?
Which one, Tara? Who? Oh, the girlfriend.
Caroline.
Sweet care. You know what? Now I can't even listen to that song without getting pissed off.
I had to go ahead and go to that song to remind me of her name, Sweet Caroline. Oh boy,
Yeah,
but she ain't sweet. She ain't sweet.
No, that bitch is bitter as fuck. Bitter as fuck.
Definitely ain't sweet. Definitely and is not sweet. But okay, so we got to it. Both parties got money, except that obviously Sam was the second biggest donor to Biden. Period.
Mm-hmm.
There's no argument, and there was paperwork where it stated Trump lose. By the way, Elon, are you gonna let Trump back on? Because he's running for president. You got to go ahead and give him the outlet, right? You got
fuck that.
There shouldn't be no. He's running for president.
No,
he deserves to have a voice.
No, motherfucker, you don't get to cause an insurrection and come back. Fuck you. Larry Hogan. Larry Hogan. If you're a Republican, Larry Hogan. Read about Larry Hogan. Go look about Larry Hogan. Just stop the mess. Stop the bullshit in this country. Look up Larry Hogan. Because if you run Donald Trump, Joe Biden then gets to pick a successor. So stop the bullshit and fucking go pick somebody else. Larry Hogan. Read up on him. Find out he's a decent human. I disagree with him on certain things, but overall, he's a pretty good guy. Read up on him.
If Akil ran Twitter, half of you motherfuckers in this room and watching on YouTube would be banned.
No, I wouldn't ban you, but I'd find out who the fuck you were. I would
Because
find out.
apparently there is listen, they gave him a 2-year ban. That's
No,
it.
it was
They
an
got to lift it.
indefinite. No, it was
They
an
gotta lift it.
indefinite.
Nah, they got to
Go
lift
read
bro.
it. It
They
was
gotta
an
lift it.
indefinite. It
gotta
wasn't
lift
2 years. It was
Either,
indefinite.
I don't care.
The
The guy is running. The guy is running for
No,
office.
the guy's under indictment. He's under investigation in 7 states. Fuck him.
Proven until
Fuck.
innocent until
It
proven
is
guilty,
proven.
right? Proven guilty.
Fuck
though.
that. All right.
What judge said he was guilty?
All right, whatever. We'll wait.
Exactly.
No, because Alan Dershowitz
No
ain't gonna
judge.
save him.
What judge said he was guilty?
Alan ain't gonna save him.
What judge said he was guilty?
Go ahead. I'll tell you what. The grand jury had enough to indict.
Just because you have a bunch of people set up to go ahead and
Grand jury
Come
had
on.
enough to
Come on,
indict.
Akil.
So guess what?
All right, Akil.
That's all I said. The grand jury had enough to indict.
You know, you guys give a fair pass to everybody else except what you call it.
Fair
Trump
pass
doesn't
for
get
what?
he doesn't get a pass for anything, man.
For what?
Just anything. He doesn't get a pass. He doesn't get
So what do you,
Trump will not get kudos. Trump gets nothing. You know what? Right now, what's happening in
fair pass
Ukraine,
for what?
Russia, none of that shit would be happening under Trump. None of it. None of it.
All right, whatever. Yeah, because he'd give it up. He
No,
allowed them
but
to annex Crimea. No,
no,
he'd give it up.
No, he didn't. Obama
would
gave that
give it
up.
up.
Obama gave it up. Let's
Trump
be
would
let's
give
be
it
clear
up.
when we
Trump
speak.
You give it.
Obama gave up.
Trump
Obama.
would give it.
Obama, the same
Trump would give
administration
it,
that's in office, bro. Like, how can you lie? Like, you can have this agenda against Trump, but like, you can't lie. Trump didn't give up.
I didn't lie.
Obama gave
Trump
up.
would have given up.
He wouldn't. He was in office for 4 years, and Putin did nothing. Nothing.
Except
Putin even did an interview. Putin even did an interview and stated he is a different type of president. He is not your normal president. And that meaning
I don't care.
He literally said, like in a way, like you saw it in his face, like, I'm not messing with Trump. I don't know what he can do. You think Biden's handshake with Trump's with Putin scared Putin? That handshake that everybody keeps photographing.
What are you guys talking about handshakes for? Oh God, you're demented. You're demented right now.
If y'all, first of all, I want
I am not giving this man any of my energy, ladies and gentlemen.
Vote my president.
Hogan. Vote
I want
Larry
my president.
Hogan. Learn about Larry Hogan, folks. Learn about a decent human. His name is Larry Hogan. Why you keep bringing this up?
I want my president, when he's
Larry
at a
Hogan.
G8 meeting, to walk and throw the other presidents out of the way and go right to the front.
That's what I want my president to do. I've ever seen.
President Trump.
Bullshit. You all are mental.
He went ahead and took that boy. I don't know who the prime minister or president was, but he threw him to the side like a rag doll. It looked like an NFL game, bro. He looked like a defensive lineman. He went in, threw him to the side. From that moment, every country knew. And when he sat down with all the G8 members, when they sat down and he told them at the table, you guys got to pay your fair share because we've been paying all of it, oh, that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. Trump asking for other countries to go ahead and pay their tab is a bad thing. You imagine going out to dinner every single night with a bunch of people and you always got to foot the bill? Is it okay to ask one time, hey guys, we got to split this? That's right. We didn't have nothing. He's not an angel by any means, but we didn't have
Fucking
nothing
compulsive
go on.
liar. Compulsive liar.
Okay.
The man sat on.
What do you?
He sat on television. No. He sat on television last night and said, "We haven't had war for decades." When I was around, yo, dude, you were president for 4 years. You literally were exiting a war as you got in. Stop saying dumb shit like we haven't had war for like decades. Fuck. Like just dumb lies. Dumb. And people love it. They're like, oh, yeah. I'm like, it's a fucking lie. And it's a dishonest thing to say, considering we, as Americans here in the United States, some of us have lost loved ones in those wars. So stop lying over dumb shit, man. That's the problem. The problem is it's the same as Sam Bankman-Fried. They just don't know when to stop. They just need to know how to stop.
What war?
What?
What war are you talking about?
What are you talking?
What war are you
We've been
talking
pulling
about?
out of. We've been pulling out of Afghanistan. We've been pulling out of Iraq. These are things that he says we hadn't had war in decades. David, all I'm saying is he just lied and said we hadn't had war in decades. And I was like, what are you talking about? We just got a war. That's why it's so stupid. He says dumb shit.
That was great, by the way.
What?
That was great.
What was great?
Jesus. I don't know if can you ask the audience if I'm lagging right now? Guys, am I lagging? Let's see if my video is lagging again. I don't understand what's happening. Let me disconnect. Oh, I gotta do the show without this. All right, I'll just do it like this. Screw it. I don't know what's happening, bro.
What? You're tapping who?
No, I don't know what's happening with my thing. I guess they're trying to silence me, but whatever the case may be. You're wrong, bro. You're totally wrong about everything that you're saying. You're not.
That is David. David,
you just said that you say things. You say things because this is what I'm talking about. When you say things because
no. Tell me what I'm wrong about, because I would love to know when the fuck we haven't had a war in decades. Because that's what he said. We had in decades.
Under him, we haven't had a war, right? And the pullout that Biden did was horrific. So let's not talk about
that. Was under his administration. Oh, once again,
no,
David, that is some bullshit. No, David, you are not going to dishonor everybody who has served in those fucking wars because you want to suck the nuts of Donald Trump.
No, I don't. I'm just telling you that it was under Biden.
No. War started under George W. Bush. We were in war for 20 fucking years, David. Under George Bush, it started. So for Donald Trump to go on television and lie is bullshit. And then for you to suck his nuts and lie with him, bro, we were in war for 20 years.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
He said we had not been in war for decades. That is a lie.
I'm just trying to figure out if I can. Let me know when I can ask a question. Who was the president of the United States when we pulled out of Afghanistan?
Who arranged the deal?
Who was the president of the United States?
Who arranged the deal? No, no. Who
Doesn't
arranged
matter.
the
That
deal?
can just
Who
like any
arranged the
president that
deal?
comes in.
Who
Just like
arranged
any
a deal that put
hold on. Can I finish?
the same
Can I
dictators
finish?
back in office?
Can I
No, no.
finish?
Can I?
Can I
When
finish?
you ask the question, I'm gonna make
No,
sure
no, but
you say
no,
the
no,
whole
because
truth. Let's
you're
start at the
not
beginning.
saying a question is yes or no.
Start at the beginning. Don't.
A yes or no
You can't
question.
question goat me.
It's not. Oh, no, no, no. It's not open ended. Yes or no. Who is the president of that? Was Biden the president of the United States when we pulled out of Afghanistan? You go ahead and
He
tell me.
was the
Yes or no.
president of the United States.
Perfect. That's it.
Who
The
arranged the
president of
deal?
the United, the
No, no, no.
commander in
Stop, stop,
chief,
stop.
the
Who
commander in chief,
arranged the deal? Who arranged the
the
deal?
oh, so you want to talk
No.
about Iran?
I just
You want to
asked
talk
you
about
who
Iran?
arranged the deal, David.
You want to talk? You want to talk about Iran?
David, I just asked. You can't. Don't ask a question with a question. Follow your own
No, no,
logic.
because you're
Who
not answering it.
did Donald Trump? I said Joe Biden was president when we pulled out. Now then, I asked
Okay.
you who arranged the deal. Was it Donald Trump?
Yeah, but Donald Trump arranged the deal.
Yes or no? Yes or
No,
no?
no, but
Right?
hold on. But not this
Don-
time. Not the
who
way. No, hold on.
arranged the
Wait,
deal?
okay. I'm just trying to answer you, but I can't because this is what people do when they don't want the other side to talk. They suppress them.
No,
They
I'm just
suppress their
asking
speech.
who
And I'm
arranged
just
the
showing
deal.
you. They suppress you. What you're doing right now is what the other side does. Suppress people that have a
No,
difference of
you just
opinion.
did it to me. I'm
It
just
doesn't mean
saying who
this
did the
doesn't mean
deal.
I don't like you. This doesn't mean that like right now this tat doesn't mean that I don't like you. It just means that like yo, at the end of the day, you're not letting me speak, and this is what happens. The other side doesn't
Who?
get to speak, and then you think you're victorious. You're not. All you're
All
doing
I
is
said
just
was who
suppressing
arranged the
your voice.
deal. You're trying to oppress my voice, but
I'm not.
you
I'm
asked
not
your
because
question. I
I was leading with
responded,
a
and now
question.
I'm asking you a question. Who arranged the deal?
Trump could arrange a deal.
No,
Hypothetically, if it was Trump,
who did Donald Trump arrange the deal?
who can go ahead and make like let's say Biden's in office, right? He could have went and scrapped it.
No,
Yes,
you don't.
he could.
No,
Yes, he could have. Absolutely.
no,
He had the House.
David,
He had the Senate.
David,
He had the House.
no, no, no,
Hold
no,
on.
no, no, no,
He,
no, no, no,
he
no.
had the House.
That is
He had the
not how
Senate.
this works,
That's how it
David.
works. House,
No, it's not.
Senate,
It's
President.
really not. It really is not. So in
He
order
could have.
to execute a
Okay.
plan of this
All right.
magnitude, you
All right.
just can't not execute the David, this is
Yeah. Just
about
do what Biden. Hey,
moving
just do
your
what Biden did.
military.
Just do
This
what
is
Biden
about
did. Just pull out
moving
completely.
the military. You don't just it's not like moving
Yeah.
it's not like moving your office down the street. You are exiting an entire country. And in order to like leave it, you have to have a plan of action in.
This is complete censorship. Everybody sees it in the chat. Like you're just playing some. You're a politician. That's what it comes down
No,
to.
that's not
You play
semantics. This is the
politics.
truth.
No, it's
No,
politics.
no,
This is
David, that is
politics
not
101.
politics.
Shut
It
up.
is
Shut up the other
called
side.
planning. It is called planning.
Yeah, planning
And if
exactly. You're planning exactly what you want to go ahead and say to me, and then you're shutting me up. Okay, so go
what
for
are you
it.
talking about?
Tell
Because I know more than you?
what do you
Because I know more
know?
on
You
this
just
subject.
know. No,
I
you
know more on
don't.
this subject matter. That's what I'm
No,
telling
you
you.
don't. No,
Is
you
that
don't.
you can Yeah, I
You
do.
know what you read
David,
in the Washington
you
Post.
can't pull out. David, homie, I'm telling you, my homeboy who's I'm not gonna say it, got a nice job in the government, and he wears some
Oh my
bars
God.
on these
Yeah.
shoulders. He effectively says, you have to recognize it. Because I said the same thing. I was like, why didn't we just change the plan? He goes, changing of those plans would take months. And we had already committed to an exit. So when you have to rechange your plans or reformulate your plans, it becomes even worse. He's like, because then there is that instability that you start to cause because the region is gonna like there's other people looking to come in. There's people that know that the region is like weak and they'll try to like overthrow a
And Trump
government.
and Trump didn't
Bro,
want to go ahead and cause
that
any instability there.
that's the whole okay, you know what?
Trump went to
This is why
Trump
this
went
is
to
we
North
can't
Korea
have
to
this
shake hands
conversation.
with somebody. Trump went to North Korea to shake hands with somebody.
That
Biden
has
went ahead and
nothing
said,
to do
"Yo, we're
with
pulling out."
exiting a country from
You
war.
could They could have done better. Biden could have done better. He didn't. Accept it. Accept it.
Did you not hear what I just said that whole
I
time?
I heard your opinion.
No, that's not an opinion, David.
It's an
These
opinion.
aren't opinions.
It's an opinion.
It's not an
It's
opinion.
your opinion.
It's not an
Well,
opinion. That's the worst part. You think
fact
the
is what you
fact
saw on
is
television.
that military logistics do not happen overnight, that they have to have plan of actions. They can execute once done, but they have to have an entire plan. And when you're talking about getting an entire population, entire group out of a country, pulling back all your military
Oh my
forces out
God.
of a country,
You're
all of
so
your
wrong.
support staff
You're
out
so
of a
wrong,
country.
bro.
David, you have no clue what you're talking about on this, man.
You have no
None.
clue. Like you're not
None.
even putting. Yo,
You
you
cannot even
oh my
logistics.
God, like you are off.
Logistics, David.
You
Logistics.
hate Trump so bad that
No,
you'll make
I
up
said
anything.
I haven't even said anything about Trump. I'm saying this is a
No,
logistics issue. It is a
so then
plan, and you're
Biden.
like,
Okay,
Joe
perfect. Then
Biden
Biden
could have.
failed.
No, he really couldn't have. He really couldn't
He
have.
failed. He
The
failed.
same way Obama really couldn't have pulled out of all those wars that
Oh
he
my
promised.
God. I love like you will never blame anybody on the Democratic side.
What are you talking about?
Democrats do not get any blame at all.
They
It's all
actually have
Trump.
a ton of blame.
Hey, Trump started World War II.
No, he didn't.
Akil's gonna convince everybody right now that Trump started World War II.
No,
Somehow,
World
some
War
way,
II. World War II started because some guy went down the wrong street and some archduke got shot. That's why
here we
World War
go.
II started.
Oh my God.
But you'd know that, right, David?
Oh my God. It is 10:30 a.m. on the East Coast. It's
Oh, you don't
7:30
know that.
a.m. on the West, but nobody cares about the West because the East is the best. Welcome to the Breakdown episode 90, sponsored by Unstoppable Domains, sponsored by Expector, powered by Gokhshtein Media. My name is David Gokhshtein, alongside of Akil Patterson over here, talking mad shit that is based on his opinions, not
It's
factual.
not opinion.
Not at all. I said that Donald Trump should have his platform back. He says he
Fuck
shouldn't.
that.
Of course, they don't want him to have his platform back because that would make it an unfair race. Okay, and then
No.
we have 4 years
Against
of
who?
Biden again,
Against
riding a bicycle.
who? An unfair race against who? We don't even know who the Democratic nominee is going to be.
Biden's running. Biden's running again.
Sure.
Biden is running again.
Is this the same party of the Republicans that are like, Chuck Grassley just won in Iowa? Y'all realize Chuck Grassley is fucking 89 years old? Dianne Feinstein wins in California. Yo, Dianne is fucking 90. Like, really? People celebrate this? I bet you Chuck Grassley and Dianne Feinstein could literally die in office and win re-election twice.
Biden can't ride a bike, and Biden can't ride a bike. Like, yo,
That's what we come back to. I go Chuck Grassley, and you go Biden can't ride a bike. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just, but I'm being listen. You know what? The people in Florida. Shout outs to the people in Florida. How about that? Shout outs to the people in Florida because they live an incredible life. They don't know what a pandemic is. They don't know what restrictions are, and
Actually,
they've all
people
made
in
it.
Florida do. No,
And they all made it. They all made it.
You know what? I love Ted Cruz was on television last night, and he said COVID-19 was the biggest destroyer of the Republican Party.
Ask any Floridian
Ask
how their life was for the last 2 years.
No. Don't. Hey, David, you realize
Ask
like
any
all the
Floridian.
poor people in Florida, wore masks.
No.
The
Every
poor people wore
single,
masks.
all the people in Florida.
Nope,
This is
not
the
all.
reason why they're not moving out of Florida, because Florida and Texas, they didn't know. They absolutely don't know what the hell the rest of the country was going through.
And they also had
Florida
very
and
high
Texas.
death rates in the south. So go ahead.
Florida and Texas did not have a clue what this pandemic was all about.
And
They were actually
they
confused.
also had
Why don't you ask some of our acquaintances who live in Florida how life
I
was
have,
there.
David. I don't care about. Listen, some of our acquaintances that live in Florida also lived a lot more privileged lives than a lot of the poor people there. So
Oh
I
my
understand.
god, yo! Oh my god!
What?
Like you
They're
don't
my
give up.
friends. I don't care.
Yo, run for set office, man. Yo,
No,
you don't need to do this podcast. You need to run for office.
no,
You
I
need to
don't.
run for office. No
Nope.
cap. No
Mm-mm.
cap. Okay?
No
Like
cap.
the cool kids say, no cap. You need to run for office because man, I don't know who's gonna win a debate against you. You can convince somebody that the sky is purple, okay? That like, yo, like the shit that you say, man, incredible. Incredible,
100%
man.
facts.
I gotta give it to you. Incredible. It ain't facts.
It is
What are
facts.
your facts?
No,
They are
they're
your
facts.
facts.
Easily provable.
Let me ask you a question. What those missiles that hit the missiles that hit Poland yesterday? Whose fault was that?
Well, there's two conflicting reports. One report says that those
No, no, no.
missiles
Just
were
give me
Ukrainian. The
whose fault?
Ukrainian missiles that said they were Ukrainian. Some people said. I'm just saying that there's two conflicting reports. One report states that the missiles actually were a counterstrike from the Ukrainian side of the border, while the other side says they're Russian missiles. I do not know. But I just gave you both sides because that's been reported. That's all I have is that those
Oh
are the
my
two
god.
reporting spaces. So who is it? I don't know yet.
Why
I'm not there.
why
I
are
can only
we
go off the
so
news.
can you imagine being so like this is all happening. You have I really do support Ukraine, but you got to look at it from this side, right? So you have Russia who listen, Putin didn't do anything right by his own account by invading. But Putin feels that those lands belong to Russia. Okay. Why are we NATO, okay? Why are we surrounding Russia when we told Russia in 1994, 1991 or 1994, I will be corrected on this. We told them we will not move an inch. We will not move an inch further on that land. Why do we keep moving further into it? Think about this. If
Into
you were
what land?
Russia, if
No, no,
their land
I have a
was
question.
in 1991 when we forced them to go ahead and break up the Soviet Union, NATO promised that they would not move an inch. They would not take more territory and get closer to Russia.
I I,
You
I don't
imagine the
remember
United
what.
States being
I'd have to go back and look at that because I don't remember
do you
this.
imagine the
We
United
didn't
States of
force them.
America do you imagine the United States of America being surrounded from all sides? Canada,
Man, Mr.
Mexico.
Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
This is not our fight. This is
Mr.
not our fight.
Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
This is
Isn't
not
that
our
what
fight.
isn't that what
Hold
Reagan
on,
said?
hold on. I gotta shut off my DMs. My DMs are going crazy. Hold on one
Oh,
second.
I was like,
I gotta
isn't that what isn't that what
hold on.
Reagan said to him? Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
All I hear is bing bing. Like my it's so annoying. Hold on. Okay. Uh we should mind our own business. Hold on. Hold on. How do I turn off my messages on I gotta figure out how to turn on my messages
How about you
on
just put your phone on silent?
I'm trying. Hold on one second.
If it's an iPhone, it's a little button on the side. You got to click it up or down. Damn, it's a fucking iPhone.
Anyway, no, it's connected to my computer. I gotta take off the messages on my computer. It's
Oh,
annoying. Um we need to stay. Why do I lead into this, bro? Yo, you are really good as a politician.
what are you talking about?
Yo, you got me all the way into this subject.
I
Yo,
didn't get you into
fantastic,
anything.
fantastic.
Look, can we just? I was trying to get back to FTX and Sam and being in the Bahamas and explaining to people that there are like laws that like make them like not go to jail. Everyone
If
expects Sam to be arrested
if
tomorrow.
if Sam donated to Trump, you would have torn him apart. You would have been, you would have
He
had your
did.
own
He did.
spaces.
Well, one of his colleagues did.
No, he had Trump lose.
One of his colleagues
On
did vote.
paper, Sam had Trump lose.
Okay.
He bet for Trump to lose. He donated, second largest donator to Biden's campaign,
Mm-hmm.
wanted Trump out
Mm-hmm.
to push his agenda,
Okay.
which would have hurt the entire DeFi space. Are you choking?
No, I was like, okay.
It sounds like you're choking.
Because Trump didn't do shit for the DeFi space either.
There
So
we
what the fuck
go.
does it
There we
matter?
go. I knew that was coming.
Well, he didn't.
Knew that was coming.
You can suck on them balls all day, but that man wasn't helping you out.
Listen, you know what? In the when Trump was in office, the crypto space was thriving.
It was
The
thriving when
crypto
Biden
space,
was in office
I don't
too.
care what
so.
Trump was saying. I don't care what Trump was saying.
Man, it was moving when Biden was in office. Thank you, Joe.
When Biden came into office, the shit collapsed.
Thanks, Joe. No, it didn't. It didn't collapse when he took office.
When Biden came into office, crypto
But you know, some insurrectionists did storm the Capitol.
If you look at the timeline, number one, look. Under Trump,
Thousands of people
under
stormed the
Republican
Capitol under him.
leadership, people in Florida were going outside. People in Florida were having a good time. Meanwhile, the rest of the country was
Not everybody in Florida was having a good time because Ron
the rest
DeSantis
of the
was
country
busy.
was where
No. He wanted to pass those "Don't Say Gay" bills and say, "Oh, we're trying to protect children from what? Knowing that LGBT people exist." We're not talking about trans kids half the time. Most people are just talking about, hey, some people have two mommies and some people have two daddies. But Ron DeSantis thinks that's not appropriate. So Ron DeSantis can go fuck himself.
But you know what? The people in Florida love him.
No, I don't care.
People in
I
Florida
don't care
love him.
because you know what? I'm going to tell you this, David, and I don't care who fucking hears this. Most of America don't know jack shit.
Except you. You
They
know
can look
everything.
at me. I can look at you right in the face. Most of America don't know jack shit.
But you know everything.
We got a generation that will.
Why don't you run for president?
That knows more about Snooki than they know about who their local officials is. That's ridiculous.
Run for president.
No,
what are you doing
that.
on this podcast?
Do you know how much of an egomaniac you have to be to think that you are the smartest person in the country and that you can fix all of its problems? That is fucking insane. That's insane. The level of narcissism you have to have.
If you ran, people in Florida would. The reason why I mentioned Florida is because Florida was the only goddamn state that, like, literally, you had people just walking around like, yo, them motherfuckers are crazy out there in the East. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Well, we chilling out here. We outside. That's what they were screaming. We outside.
They're outside in the sun.
There was sun tanning. They were chilling.
Well, the sun has always been a natural kind of fire.
No. They were chilling. They were living life.
Why are we back here? I even tried to get us back to FTX, and you like going down this fucking rabbit hole. This is your boredom. I was all the way over here trying to talk about FTX, and you want to keep talking about this bullshit. I'm trying to talk about what's going on in our industry.
You see, the narrative is, like Macro said, Trump was great at dividing people, making us hate each other. Nobody can make you hate anybody. That's on you.
Can we just FTX?
That's on you to go ahead and, if you hate somebody, that's on you. Donald Trump was the coolest thing before he became president. He was the coolest man in the world before he became president.
Why are we on this, man? That dude is not worth my time. What the fuck? Go to something else.
Because all I was getting at, because we went this way, because I was saying that he should have his platform back. And you're telling me that he shouldn't have his platform back. So under you, if you were ruling Twitter, nobody would be able to speak. Trump is talking on Truly Social or whatever that shit's called. I don't even go on there. I don't know what the man's saying. I want to know what he's saying. And what I mean by that is I want to know what's happening. I don't want to be jumping from platform to platform. What happened to freedom of speech?
So Larry Hogan is a great candidate. I want people to start reading up on him. Good guy. Don't always agree with him, but I could have a conversation with him and respectfully work with him.
Anyway,
He's
back to
he's one of those good humans, and he's a blockchain. I think he's a blockchain guy, so we can get him to be supportive. So just read up on Larry Hogan.
this just in. Want to credit Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. From Crypto Law at Crypto Law US, House Committee to hold bipartisan FTX hearing. They write, you did it after more than 12,500 messages were sent through Connect to Congress since Friday, demanding an investigation into SEC's role in the disaster. They reacted. Chairwoman Waters, ranking member McHenry announced December hearing to investigate FTX collapse.
That's Auntie Maxine to everyone in the culture.
Now, my only thing is why they keep calling it a collapse. Why did the New York Times call this FTX thing a collapse? Why are they calling it a collapse? This was not a collapse. When you play with user funds, right? User funds were played with, correct? Am I right or wrong on that? It's a yes or no. Were user funds used? A kill. Did they
It
use
looks like it.
user? Did they use user funds to go ahead and fund other stuff?
From the information I've seen, it looks like it was user funds.
So what does that? What is that?
Fraud.
Is that illegal or legal?
Uh, depending on what the terms were, probably illegal in
When
most
when you
instances.
use user,
In most instances, it's illegal.
that means that it wasn't a collapse.
Potentially. David, I'm
Was
erring on the
Bernie
side of
Madoff
caution.
was Bernie Madoff's company, did it collapse or was it a Ponzi scheme?
So it was a collapse, and then after an investigation yielded that it was a Ponzi scheme.
And that's illegal, correct?
The Ponzi scheme was illegal. The collapse
Okay.
of its business, because that's what
And he
occurred
used
first. There
and
was
he
a
used
trigger.
user
Something triggered his company falling.
after 30 years. But
Yeah.
he took people's money
Mhm.
and he just it was a recycling effect, right?
Yep. Your money
Take
comes in the door, then goes out the
money
back to pay the
from
other
paying this
creditors.
guy going from that so that's not legal, right?
Yeah. You rob Peter to pay Paul.
Okay. So that wasn't a collapse, right?
When the first article came out, it was a collapse, and then it became
I'm
Bernie
not. I'm
Madoff,
asking you.
Bernie Ponzi
Is the
scheme.
wording? Why is mainstream media protecting Sam?
So I don't know what they're protecting him, because remember, they don't know anything about him other than what they Googled recently, and they are not. Most of them are not blockchain enthusiasts. They don't know anything. They're just saying what sounds good until
I
they
give up.
can make it sound
I
different.
give up, guys. You can listen to Akil Patterson today. I give up.
What? Took an unbiased approach. You asked me a question, I gave you my answer. Somebody didn't eat their Wheaties. I wonder who pissed in his Cheerios this morning. Did he really just leave?
This is the breakdown, episode 90, 10:50 a.m. on the east, 7:50 on the west. Nobody cares. Um, Gil Patterson over there, who thinks he knows everything. David Gokhshtein, apparently I know nothing. Sponsored by Expector, sponsored by Unstoppable Domains, powered by Gokhshtein Media. We are talking about, well, I'm trying to go ahead and break things down. Can't get him to go ahead and say yes or no to a question. He takes it to different levels. I'm struggling here. I'm trying. That's all I can say. I'm trying to go ahead and put something out here. But this guy, I mean, fuck. I mean, that's it. You win. Congrats. You should run for office. You should run for office. I don't know what you're doing in the show. You should literally 2024 vote for Akil Patterson to, vote him into the Senate or the House.
Nope.
Let him go. Let him go. Voice his opinions there. Because he'll have people that do the same exact shit. They can all have a little sword fight with each other in out there at the Capitol Hill. Because this, like, I say one thing and you just like rewind it.
Just making sure that there's clarity in this space, David. Clarity.
There's no clarity. There's no clarity. There's never been clarity in this space. I told you what it is. When Trump was in office, crypto was amazing. Crypto was at its highest levels. The Dow Jones was at its highest levels. Don't tell me that Trump didn't do anything. Trump went ahead.
Corporate profits, baby. Why do you? I'm not. No,
hey,
stop.
We
All I'm telling you, David, is David.
Where do we
David.
live? We live in
David,
the United States
I'm
of
an
America.
American just like you, and I love my country.
We live capitalism. Okay, capitalism. This is not socialism. This is capitalism. Okay,
once again.
That's
just
why
because I look at social issues as part of economics does not mean that I'm not a capitalist.
You sit in your chair right now, in a nice chair, in a beautiful house, because of capitalism, not because of socialism.
But I also recognize that social programs help me achieve my goals.
Oh my God. You know what?
So no, don't tell me, oh my God. I just said social programs help me achieve my goals. Like the public education I received.
Okay, hodl for life. That's wow. Just because, I'm guessing you're a Democrat, so obviously,
I'm not a Democrat.
Democrats, get in their panties right away. God forbid, okay. God forbid somebody has a difference of opinion with you.
You're the one that just jumped out of your chair and walked off the screen.
If you happen to be a Republican, and I'm more like, I would say, independent Republican type of guy, right? But I will go ahead and give credit to the other side. Like I give credit. Like my friends who are Republicans shit on me when I give credit to Obama. But I gave credit to Bush. I gave credit to Clinton.
I gave credit. I voted for Bush.
No, but I'm saying I gave credit to all these people.
Yeah.
But I call it how it is. Y'all get offended. You think taking Trump off of a platform is cool? No, it's not. It's the same way. Like you know what? I love that Elon is running Twitter. You know why? Because I feel like I can speak again on here. Besides the little blue check mark, because I can't find anybody anymore, because I don't know what's happening anymore. And fuck it, that's already I've left it in the past. I don't really care anymore. Fuck, listen, I hope people don't get scammed. That's all. But like the whole check mark issue, Twitter's been much better. Twitter's been much better. I gotta say, like it's so much better to talk. It is so much better to talk on here. I can say things that no longer the other side can go ahead and shut me down on.
What are
It
you
is an
talking about? The
amazing.
other side. What
The
would
other
you say?
side, you know who I'm talking about. The other
What
side
would
can't
you
say
have
shit to me
said
no more.
about what?
It could be random things, just random
David, you
things.
have never been silenced because I don't think you've ever written anything that is actually like that bad. Like
No,
the thing
it's
I
not
couldn't
that
stand
written.
was I couldn't
It's
use
not.
curse words.
No, not forget about just curse words. I'm talking about if I said anything politically
About what? That's what I'm
when
asking.
when I'm on spaces. It's not writing. It's not usually me writing. It's just usually me talking in spaces. I used to have to walk on eggshells. Now I don't care.
But no, David,
I'm
that was
going back
something.
20 years
But
ago. I don't care. You don't like who I voted for? Unfollow. That's on you. That's not on me. I
I
don't
don't care what
care.
people vote for. I'm going to say my opinion the same way they will theirs, and then we go get a beer, and that's it. It's like I don't have the energy, nor do I have the wherewithal or the care to hear about any president outside of the president who fucking is in the office right now. Full stop. Like the only thing I want to hear about George W. Bush is, hey, oh, you're painting? Is that going to be an NFT? That would have been nice. That's all I wanted to hear out of George W. Bush. Like I don't care. You're out of office.
I'm
Retire.
listen.
Be fucking go do some other shit. Hey, you know what? President Carter. He's fucking built Habitat for Homeless, Habitat for Humanity homes for the last 50 years. He and his wife have been married for fucking ever. I mean, they're literally, they were shrinking in front of our eyes. Hey, all you cared is, oh, President Carter's trending. Is he dead? You know, we our former presidents shouldn't be our moral compasses. Our country changes. It evolves. It adapts. It morphs. It stop running back to the past. That's what happened in Florida too. They went back to these old whales and trying to get Charlie Crist out of the dirt, and they dug him out of the grave and tried to bring him back. Stop it. We're a nation that grows. So good luck. Let young people decide the country. I'm getting tired of it.
Silence people when you don't have the argument. That's really it. Suppress people's voices. That's why thank you, Elon Musk, for spending $44 billion to acquire Twitter. I appreciate
Whatever.
you.
I don't
I
care.
appreciate you giving me an outlet to speak on because I have spent 5 years building my brand, especially on Twitter. I didn't go to Instagram. I didn't go to Reddit. I stayed on Twitter to build a brand. And I appreciate now that I can go ahead and speak my mind without fear of being silenced by being shadow banned. Why did
No
all those
gas.
why did all those Twitter employees quit? Oh, they wanted. Why did they start crying? Oh, they started crying because they knew that under Elon, everybody's gonna have a voice.
What the
A-
fuck are you talking about?
And you know what? Right away, the argument goes to, oh, Elon's gonna come on and he's gonna let people who hate people like the KKK speak. No, no, not
No,
the truth.
I'm over it. We've already had this
Because
conversation.
you know what? We had people like Kanye West and Kyrie Irving coming on and speaking their shit too about Jews, and it's
They
okay.
shouldn't have.
It, whether
No,
they
they
should
they
have
got
or
they
whether
shouldn't
they
have.
should have, whether they should have or not, the conversation was there on Twitter.
It's
And
disgusting.
now we can have the conversation with them. Potentially, you can have the conversation with people that are thinking in the same way to go ahead and speak your mind with these people. That's the beautiful part about freedom of speech. To where you can have a conversation with somebody that has a difference of opinion with you and you can talk to them and hopefully you guys can meet somewhere and understand that person's take and the other side's take. You don't silence somebody. That's not winning. Suppressing a voice does not mean that you won. You didn't. You learned nothing from you obviously you definitely do not elevate yourself. You have won nothing. Zero. The only thing that I know, yo, huddle to the future. I never got censored. You know how badly I've been censored? Do you know how badly I've been censored? You can't even understand how badly I've been censored. You think I haven't been censored, but I have been. But now I am no longer feeling that. And this is not to be sensational because I'm not that person. Though my vibe is ill, no doubt about it. I got an ill vibe, but I am not sensational. I'm not trying to be Andrew Tate. I'm not trying to be anybody who's a shock value. No, I'm not trying to do that. This is me. I'm a New Yorker. New Yorkers are very opinionated. Yo, have you ever met a New Yorker who didn't have an opinion? If you've never been to New York, you don't know.
You need to get that prompter in front of you because every time you turn your head, it sounds like you're yelling at us while you're and you don't know a New Yorker. You don't know.
No, but
It keeps going away from you.
if you don't you honestly, like, New Yorkers have opinions and we like to express them, and when we don't get to express them, we get triggered. It's real talk, I'm telling you. We don't have a laid back attitude like we're from Missouri or Wichita. Like, I don't know. Like, we're not these people. We're good people, but we like to talk. So yes, I've been suppressed because, God forbid, you say anything on social media. Oh my God. Oh my God. No. It's 11:01 a.m. on the East, 8:01 on the West. This is the breakdown, episode 90. I don't have a screen in front of me, so I'm going off the cuff here, just going to look straight into the camera. Thank you for joining in on the breakdown, where I try to touch on Sam, FTX. We did until your boy here, Akil Patterson, turned this into a political conversation. This show is also sponsored by Expector, also Unstoppable Domains, Gokhshtein Media, powered by Gokhshtein Media. Um, Tune into the show today on Gokhshtein Media's account. We're gonna have a show. I don't know how long it's gonna go, but we're going to report accurate information. We'll give literally accurate information. We're going to verify it before we put it out, and we're gonna bring on some really good people from within, thought leaders within this space to go ahead and talk. So join us today. If you're not following the Gokhshtein Media account, you're doing yourself a disservice. Follow, put your notifications on. Go ahead and sub to our YouTube channel. We'd appreciate it. G Media was built for the people. And also tune in on November 23rd as I go ahead and have, it's 100 people that can only join. It's a webinar, 100 people. There are a few tickets still available. Go get yourself one. It's called Marketing 101. I'll be hosting it. So if you're looking to go ahead and up your game, if you're working for one of these protocols or you're working for a company and you're looking to go ahead and get ahead in the marketing departments, we get looking to go ahead and take your marketing game to the next level, join in. All right, listen, I don't want to fight with you. I really don't. But you need to stop restricting people from speaking. That's one. Because as much as you enjoy talking, I do too. So you have to understand, like, somebody wants to express themselves, you should allow them to. Also,
You have been talking this entire time. I haven't said one word.
no. Now I'm talking. But you literally, I ignited you because I said, listen, Trump could have came up with a plan. Biden horribly executed it. That's it. Plain and simple. And you
Okay,
can't.
then that's it.
So why did you? So okay, you said you just agreed, but you can't go ahead. So the whole time.
You took an hour to get there
Wow.
because you spent more time
Oh my
complaining about
God.
everything else.
Oh my God. Yo,
We
and that's what I'm
agreed.
saying. You did that on purpose to get me ignited because you knew it would ignite me. Okay. You knew that. You knew exactly what you were doing. So SBF was the
So were
second
you
largest
triggered?
donator.
Hold on, David. You were triggered.
$74 million in property in the Bahamas. They need to start selling that off. They
Well,
need to
the country can
start selling
seize it.
that off. Well, those properties should be going to the people that had their money on FTX. And apparently, the only people that actually used FTX were the people that actually sponsored or were ambassadors or actually gave money towards FTX. Kevin Owens said he used FTX on the platform and would
I never
invest.
said.
Yes, he said it.
No,
He
I
said
said I've never seen the platform. I don't even know if it's wonderful.
And then Kevin O'Leary has lost his mind, saying that he would invest into a Sam back project. He would invest money into him because he is a part of the 0.1%.
I'm gonna say
So,
this,
so
and
the
Kevin
people,
O'Leary isn't a Democrat. I'll assure you that one.
0.01%. So the people here that are creating dope shit, creating dope platforms, they can't get a dollar out of you people. Not a dollar.
David, they said the radical left is the radical left
What's
is
what's
fucking
wrong?
with your audio
Hold on.
again.
What's rugging? What's
They say
rugging?
you're.
What's rugging? YouTube or Faces? Which one?
It was a YouTube comment. Yeah, David, it's your audio.
How can it be my
Yeah.
audio when it's
Oh, you just went out. David, I think your internet connection or something's messed up right now because you're lagging on me even. Like you look like you're in slow motion. That apparently you can't talk on YouTube. See, David, you were better off if you just would have said Larry Hogan 2024.
Can be. My speed, my connection speed is ridiculous right now.
I don't know. (202) 564-1111.
No,
You can
like
still call the president's office and ask for more
no, there's no
information.
way. My speed on my connection is phenomenal.
Well,
Phenomenal.
you're lagging.
You guys are lagging. You guys have horrific mobile carriers. Do not put that on me.
There's nothing wrong with Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile, $15 family plan. Yeah, per line, unlimited access. See, that's what you get if you would market here, but you don't. So fuck you all.
Anyway, um, anyway, very disappointed in the kill today. I gotta say, I'm very
How
disappointed.
you just? You know what? I do not give up. You were
You
triggered.
know,
Did you need a safe space, David? Since you were triggered.
no. I wanted to say that the problem is that we live in a society where you cannot say anything. You can't say anything anymore. You really can't because everybody tries to cancel you for saying what you really feel, which you're entitled to go ahead and say. It's the same. Like I might not like what Kanye said. I might not like what Kyrie said, but they're entitled to having their opinion, even if it's a stupid one. I can feel like their opinion is stupid, but others feel like it's correct. But that's what makes it's freedom of speech.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, you can't suppress that.
All I said was okay. Like, nobody's suppressing your speech. But remember, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences. And if you fuck around, you might find out. That's what's wrong. People think they could say whatever they want to somebody, but you can't. And so if you fuck around and they smack you in the face, or you fuck around and they decide, all right, man, I'm just gonna fucking not have you in my room anymore. Oh, you can't have free speech. No, motherfucker, you can go outside and say that shit. Go talk your shit elsewhere. That's the difference. And that's a big difference that a lot of us face. You can't say whatever you want with impurity. Like you can't say just whatever and don't expect somebody to have some reaction. So fuck around and find out. That's what it means. You will get popped once or twice in this world. And people are like, he assaulted me and all I did was call him ugly. You fucked around, you found out. You had to say that shit to somebody. You could have kept your goddamn mouth shut. Walked away. See, there's a difference between free speech and freedom from consequences. And guess what? You're not free from consequences. Words have power, and in that power, you can find out. You can get taken to court for slander and libel, right? Defamation lawsuits. It's speech that brought you there. So while you can say what you want, doesn't mean you're free from the consequences that come with it. I don't know what FAFO means. Yeah, what's FAFO? FAFO?
Look at this. I'm being all of a sudden, as I'm talking, I'm being censored. Look at this.
First time, David.
This is me being censored.
David, do you remember when I lost one of my other accounts?
No, this is censorship right here.
David, I got censored before.
I'm being censored
by YouTube.
By YouTube and Twitter. I don't know if it's Twitter though. My connection's phenomenal. I'm looking at everything. And like I'm being censored on YouTube. No, it's not. It's definitely not Twitter. It's YouTube. There you go. That's what happens when you talk. That's what happens when you talk. That's what happens.
You talk. I've been talking my shit since the beginning. So
I'm just saying my connection is not going because it has nothing to do with my shit. It has nothing to do with my shit. I'm looking at every single thing. I'm at like 550, whatever they fucking call it, gigs per minute, whatever the shit is. Okay, that's fine. I'm cool with it.
I'm on 800 MPS. That's right, folks. I'm cheap. I want the cheap plan. I want the 800 MPSs, not the 1,000 MPS because it was an extra $100 and you had to get like 100 channels with it. Fuck that shit. Not getting an extra 100 channels that I'm not gonna watch. I barely watch the 20 I get.
Ask us if we care. Ask us if we care. Nobody cares.
But I'm not. So David, that's freedom of speech. I got to say it. Doesn't mean anybody gives a fuck, but I said it.
Yo, you should see some of these comments that are coming in. Akil he's a tell the teacher type, huh?
Tell the teacher type? No. I'll tell the teacher off.
Hold on, I'm gonna read a comment that came into my DMs, okay?
Okay, read it.
It says, and I'm not gonna tell you who this is.
Don't care.
all anytime I read a thing, it'll be private. I will never align myself with a political party whose entire platform is divided an entire nation based on identifying qualities we possess: race, gender, social, economic status.
All right. Don't.
Without division, this is a person, this is not me. Without division, the Democrats would literally have nothing to run on. They need their voters to believe the
Same thing
world.
Republicans run on.
Hold on.
Moving on.
They need their voters to believe that the world is against them, and their only way out of their circumstances is through them.
On.
Period.
I don't care. All right. Move on. What's next? Because you act like I haven't heard that shit before. I don't care. People keep thinking I'm a goddamn Democrat. I'm not. So I don't care. Like, if you don't want to vote for Democrats, don't. It's your fucking business. I don't give a shit. You don't want to vote? Don't vote. I'll tell you why you should, but otherwise, I don't care. I'm not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do. What else you got?
Apparently, I don't know if this is true or not. Hold on.
Oh, cover your mics. David's got the COVID.
I went ahead and I sneezed. Vanessa, I'm not a reform Republican. You guys don't get it. I'm a proponent of free speech. I'm not. You guys really, it's over your heads, man. That's what I'm saying. You guys are so censored on red and blue that you don't understand. Like it goes over your head. I'm a proponent of freedom of speech. That's what I'm a proponent of. I'm also like your Second Amendment should have that. The Second Amendment is crucial. But I also think it needs the right to bear arms, but I also think that when it was written, when that bill was written, right? That amendment was written, we were still using muskets. Okay? So obviously that rule needs to be updated just a bit. Just a bit, not to take away anybody's rights to bear arms, but it needs to be updated.
Well,
because it doesn't take us 14 hours to reload again. It literally takes split seconds to reload. So that's
David.
No, that's my only argument on the Second Amendment is that you need to update it.
I just like people to know that there's two parts of that Second Amendment. Under a well-regulated militia, the right to bear arms. That's the living question that the Supreme Court has always gone back and forth. Does the authority lie with the regulated militia, or does the authority lie with the individual who is a part of or can be part of a well-regulated militia? The United States at the time did not have a standing military, so that led to our conflict of today is the Second Amendment. Is the power to the individual or is it to the militia? So there you go.
There are things that need to be corrected, but freedom of speech can never be taken away because then you lose. We lose. The United States of America loses. You don't want that to happen. That's why I'm so tough when it comes to the other side.
Freedom of speech isn't limited, I think. I do encourage people to go read these types of books. What is it? Coddling America, The Coddling of America. It is a book written by what most people would consider liberals, who are just simply saying, or no, they're progressive, right? They're progressive in thought. They're like, hey, our country moves forward. We should move forward in some different way, shape. I mean, listen, David, yesterday, let me tell you this. Yesterday, the Mormon church, hear me out, folks. The Mormon church came out in support of same-sex marriage being codified by law in this country. After Supreme Court justices and fucking that piece of Senator Ron Johnson have said that, and Clarence Thomas, who's in an interracial relationship, by the way, so he shouldn't be talking shit, wrote in their opinions that we should reevaluate and pass those rights back to the state. So the state should ultimately make the decisions on marriage equality. See, David, that's what I disagree with, because see, David, when they come for you, I'm supportive, right? I'm supporting my friend when they came for Jewish Americans, and it was wrong. But when these people were coming after me, right, as a gay black man in this country, my friends weren't always there to stand up for me.
I didn't even know you.
No, I'm saying, David, but what are you talking about? I said, when it's like those same people aren't there for me. I didn't come back and say David wasn't there. It's like, well, wait a second. What changed? What changed? When someone comes for you and I support you, we're good. But if somebody comes for me and you're like, well, I just think that it should be left up to the states. It's like, no, bro, I'm telling you, don't leave it up to states, because guess what? What someone does in the privacy or sanctity of their own home is a fundamental right of this Constitution. And so my government, nor a governmental leader, has the right to tell me who I can and cannot marry as long as a consenting adult. Fuck you. Get out of my bedroom. Get out of my life. That's what I say. But the minute I say that, it's like, well, what about us Christians that don't believe in those things? Then fucking turn your head and go somewhere else, bitch. You ain't got to fucking look at me. You can do something else with your life. The same people that talk this shit about free speech will be the same ones who don't stand up when other people's freedoms are taken away. Listen to me when I say that. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you vote for. But if you are a hypocrite, because when something doesn't hit you, you don't give a fuck, or you don't care about the other side, that's when we see your true colors. That's when you see people start calling you a Karen. You didn't, because Karens are the ones who call the cops because, well, I didn't know them, and so I felt threatened. Well, fuck you, Karen. You could have went over there and asked instead of being a bitch. You got a mouth. Hey, my name's Chad. What's up, man? What y'all up to today? Like, go have a conversation. Don't be like, why are you here? Don't be like, why are you here? You just like, oh, hello. How's everybody doing? Hey, I'm Karen. I live over there. Everybody cool? Yeah, we're having a good time. All right. What's this? Because I ask that question all the time. I will walk up to a group of people and be like, hey, my name's Akil. What are y'all doing over here? Looks fun. I want to be part of it. There's a different way to approach people. You ain't always be a dick. So what I get down to it is our government should have no place in your personal life or my personal life. They shouldn't have it to decide in where I put my banking or where I decide not to bank. They should have no control over that. We are the same in that front. But the problem becomes is the minute I also advocate for my individual rights, well, I'm just not with that. Wait a second. I can't have the same rights that you have. I can't have the same freedoms and liberties that you have. Well, what rights do you have if we don't pass that law? I don't know. Considering that at one point in time, 38 states, it was illegal to be gay. 38 states, it was illegal to be gay. And in some countries, I can still be punished by getting stoned to death. So guess what? When people talk that shit, it actually does impact somebody. And that's why I don't have time for this anymore. I don't. I really don't, David. I don't have time to deal with Donald Trump or Joe Biden. I don't have time. At the end of the day, we are on this earth for at maximum 109 years, maybe 110 years, maximum. And those last 10 ain't going to be so great normally. So we don't have time. We need to get what we can get accomplished, enjoy our lives, enjoy our families, and leave the rest to go fuck off. And that's my rant.
And on that note, I am listening. I am listening. I am listening. I listen to everything. I can multitask really good, really well. Um, it's just that at the same time, I'm getting DMs and emails in regards to the situation with FTX, and we have a room opening up. We have a room that opens up, and we'll be talking about it today. So that's why I'm just getting prepared. If you're not following Gokhshtein Media, follow Gokhshtein Media. Put the notifications on. We're dialing it in until the end of the month, and who knows? We'll keep going. We'll have spaces open, and when spaces first came out, I was on Clubhouse. Besides being on Twitter, I was on Clubhouse because obviously when Clubhouse came out, COVID hit, and it was a place where people could talk and finally hear somebody's voice. It was great. And then Twitter Spaces came out, and that was cool because if you use Twitter, you don't really have to leave the Twitter application. You could just jump on and speak to people, and it didn't give it out to everybody right away. I was fortunate enough to get one, and you just had a bunch of people, and we would just talk cryptocurrency, we talk NFTs, we talk about everything. And I want to go back to that. Besides doing the podcast Unfiltered, and by the way, thank you very much for the love and support on that. Besides working with this schmuck over here, Akil, to go ahead and set up his stuff so we can go ahead and bring out the no cap culture, which will be entertaining to watch, and doing other things. I really want to get back to spaces because I feel like that's home. And yeah, maybe I've been inspired by others because everybody's been jumping on spaces, and it feels like, what? People do want to connect again. Great. You know what? I do too. So we're going to connect again. We'll do it from the G Media account because you know what? G Media was built for the people, and it was built by the community. And we're going to get it back to being accurate information that's reported, no cloud chasing, just building. That's it. No shots. If I want to take a shot at somebody, I will say their name, and I'm not taking a shot at Mario. Just to clear that up. We just do differently. We do things differently. We're a media company. We are a media company.
I've seen this
11:27 a.m.
before.
Seen what before?
The what happens with Mario right now? It's like wish him all the best.
Just wish everybody the best.
Yeah.
We got our
End of
own.
discussion.
We're good. But again, follow. I just put the link up top. We might start the space earlier. I might have um I was called to do a Business Insider spaces, but I'm thinking, hey, should I be going ahead and reporting for Business Insider and being on that platform, or should I be reporting on Gokhshtein Media's platform? Which one should it be? Should be Gokhshtein Media's platform, right?
Why don't you take your Gokhshtein Media account in there?
Maybe I will. Again, this was episode 90, the breakdown. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in on Twitter Spaces. Thank you to our sponsors, Unstoppable Domain and Expector. Thank you for Gokhshtein Media for airing this shit. Akil Patterson and me, we don't hate each other. He just needs to learn how to allow people to have a voice. Apparently, he doesn't like when people have a voice, as you can clearly see. But on that note, since you're holding the microphone to your mouth, why don't you go ahead and send this on our way, man?
You are absolutely ridiculous. Thank you once again for joining us here on The Breakdown. Episode 90?
90.
Fucking
90.
too many nights,
Episode
too many
90.
days getting up early. Once again, this has been episode 90 of The Breakdown. My name is Akil Patterson. Remember, I'm off tomorrow. I'll be heading to LA for Decon. Artifacts is going to be there. Vivi's going to be there. A bunch of Immutable X community is going to be there. I'm super excited about it. I'm going to try to give you as many interviews as I can because guess what? I love to drive David fucking crazy. Anyway, as always, drink water, touch grass, and tell someone that you love them. Have a great day and even better tomorrow.